Ding. No. All right. Okay. I'm gonna start the playlist, so if you want to be synced up with me, you can be. And on your mat, go ahead and find a comfortable seat. You can sit on a blanket. I like to sit on a blanket. You could sit in a kneeling pose if this is comfortable for you. Just whatever feels good this morning. Sit a little bit tall, lengthening the spine, but you're not straining, but you're not slouching either. Close down the eyes. Find a comfortable place to rest your hands. And set an intention for your day. Just breathe here. Noticing your breath. Relax the forehead. Relax the shoulders, letting them fall away from the ears. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. And breathe. On your next exhale, drop the chin to your chest. Inhale, bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Feel the stretch in the left side of your neck. On your exhale, drop the chin back to center. Inhale, bring the left ear to the left shoulder. Continue to do this on your own with your breath. Inhaling, bring your ear to your shoulder, and exhaling back down. Notice how it feels in your body. And your next exhale, coming back to center. Inhale, bring the head back up to neutral. You're gonna inhale, bring the arms up overhead, dropping the right arm next to you and bringing the left arm over to the right. We want to bend at the elbow here, not sink into our shoulder, but bend in the elbow to lengthen the stretch in the left side body. Be careful not to round forward here. Maybe poke the chest out. Might be helpful to look up to the ceiling. Feeling the stretch from your hip all the way to the top of your fingertips. And exhale back to center. Same thing on the other side. So placing the left hand next to you and bringing the right arm up overhead, bending at the elbow. Feeling the stretch from your seat all the way up through your right side body to the top of your fingertips. And on your next exhale, releasing, coming back to center. We're going to bring your left arm to your right knee and your right arm behind you for a spinal twist. Want to make sure to sit up straight and we're not bending or leaning. Our spine is straight here and we're just twisting it to the right. Bringing the navel or the belly button into the spine, engaging the core. Just a little bit. Then your next exhale, releasing, switching sides, bringing your right arm to your left knee, your left arm behind you. On your next exhale, go ahead and release, coming back to center. Maybe find any movement here that feels good, just to kind of release any tension that might be lingering. We're going to move into tabletop. If you have sensitive knees, you can place a blanket under them. I have super sensitive knees, so I always use a blanket. Moving into neutral tabletop, so you want your wrists below your elbows and your knees below your hips. Making a kind of like a table with your body. We're going to move into cat-cow, so lift the chin, tuck the belly, lift the tailbone. For cow. Moving into cat, so dropping the chin, rounding the spine, tucking the tailbone. Do this with your own breath. On the inhale, looking up for cow. On the exhale, looking back down, tucking for cat. Take any intuitive movement you need here, maybe drawing circles with your hips. Moving left to right, whatever feels good for you. And your next exhale, coming back to center, back to neutral. We're gonna move into child's pose. So putting the toes together, knees can be together or spread wide. And reaching back, or reaching forward, but sitting back toward your ankles. If this feels a little painful in the shoulders or uncomfortable, you can place your hands below your forehead. And just breathe here. On your next exhale, pick up your hands and move them to the left. Feel the stretch in your right side body. On your next exhale, coming back to center just for a moment. And on your next inhale, to the other side, the right side. Picking up your hands, dropping your forehead. Feeling the stretch through your left side body. And on your next exhale, coming back to center. Notice any changes in how your body feels after stretching to the left and right. Can you deepen this pose any more than you could before? Does it feel the same? Just noticing. On your next inhale, coming back to hands and knees, you're gonna come to standing slowly, not in any hurry. Make any adjustments you need to feel comfortable here. Maybe lift the toes, fanning them wide, dropping them down, planting all four corners of the feet. Bringing the arms overhead. And forward, folding forward. Letting your belly touch your thighs, bending the knees as much as you need. You could place the hands in front of you on the mat or the floor. You could cross them and let them dangle. Release any tension in your neck. You're not holding up the neck here, you're just letting it hang. On your next inhale, come up for half fold, half forward fold. And on your next exhale, stepping back to plank. Holding here just for a few seconds. Drawing the navel into the spine to engage the core. Dropping the knees. Dropping the belly to lie down. Inhale for upward facing dog. For cobra. And on the exhale, planting the feet and moving back to the knees, lifting the hips for downward facing dog. We're not trying to just make a upside down V or A shape with our body. We're pushing the hips back to the wall or whatever's behind you. Pushing through our arms and our hands. Pushing back. Imagine maybe a string pulling you backward. That could be helpful to think of it that way. I'm gonna lift the right leg, squaring the hips, and bring the right leg through center. And bringing our arms up, dropping the left heel. Holding here for warrior one. Notice your breath. Bringing the hands to heart center. We're going to bring the right elbow to your right knee for a side bend. We don't want to lean too much into our leg. Just kind of use it as a support. It could be helpful to find a focus point either in front of you or look up to the ceiling. Engaging the leg muscles, planting firmly through your feet. Maybe imagining the insides of your feet pulling toward each other. And on the inhale, oops, sorry, I dropped a headphone. On the inhale, coming back up. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, walk the feet as many times as you need. Back to forward fold. Just rest here, maybe sway side to side. Inhale for half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold again. Inhale, bringing the arms back overhead, standing up tall. Reaching the hips back, bending the knees for chair pose. Feel the muscles in your calves and your thighs engage here. On the exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back to plank. Hold here just for a couple of seconds, engaging the core. Dropping the knees, dropping the belly to lie down. Inhale, lifting up for cobra or down, upward facing dog. Exhale, dropping the knees, lifting the hips, and then lifting the knees for downward facing dog. Reaching, pushing your hips back to the wall behind you. This time lifting the opposite leg as you did before, so maybe that's the left. Squaring the hips, bringing it through to center. Dropping the right heel and bringing the arms up overhead for warrior one. Bringing the hands to heart center. Bringing the left elbow to the left inner thigh for a twist. Find a focus point in front of you or look up to the ceiling. Inhale, arms back up overhead. Exhale, moving back to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, taking as many steps as you need to the front of your mat for forward fold. Letting your head hang, your arms hang, maybe sway side to side. Inhaling for half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly coming up, bringing the arms overhead and hands at heart center. Noticing your breath. Folding forward one more time. And moving to tabletop again. Coming back to child's pose. Feet together, knees together or apart. Relaxing here, noticing your breath. Coming back to seat. And lying down on our backs. With our knees bent. Picking up the right heel, or right foot, placing it over the left knee for kind of a figure four. If this feels enough for you, you can stay here. Or if you want to deepen the stretch, you can pick up the left leg, placing your hands behind your thigh and pulling your knee in toward you, keeping the foot flexed to protect that right knee. On your exhale, releasing back to the floor, switching sides, so your left foot to your right knee, keeping the foot flexed. You can stay here if this feels good enough. Or you can pull the right leg in with your hands behind your thigh. On your exhale, releasing back to the floor. Bring both feet back to the mat or floor. Maybe windshield wiping the knees from left to right. Bringing both knees in for a little hug. Bringing your hands to either the outside or insides of both feet for happy baby. Feeling the stretch through your thighs, your hamstrings. Finding any intuitive movement you need here, maybe rocking back and forth or side to side. And releasing on your exhale all the way to the mat. Bringing the arms overhead for a full body stretch from the tip of your toes all the way to the tops of your fingers. Maybe grabbing each hand and pulling to the left or right just slightly. Breathing here. Bringing the hands to a T out to each side or to cactus arms. So bending at the elbow. We're going to lift the hips, bring them over to the right, dropping the left foot flat, or left leg flat, and the right leg bending over to the left. For a spinal twist here on the floor. You can keep your gaze up straight in front of you, or maybe deepen the stretch a little further by turning your head the opposite direction of the knee, so in this case to the right. And the next exhale, coming back to center, bringing the foot back to the mat. Bring the hips back to neutral, maybe windshield wipe the legs a couple of times. Lifting the hips, bringing them over to the left, straightening the right leg, bending the left leg over to the right. Maybe looking in the opposite direction. So if you're bending your left leg to the right, looking to the left. Coming back to center, releasing the legs. Bringing the hips back to center. Maybe windshield wipe them a couple of times from side to side. Finding anything you need for final rest. Maybe you want to cover yourself with a blanket, put some socks on or a sweater. You could place a pillow or blanket under the knees. Give them a little extra support. You could place a blanket or pillow under the head. Just whatever you need to feel most at rest here. Closing down the eyes. Noticing how your body feels after moving it a little bit this morning. Noticing how you're breathing. Trying to continue to slow down the breath. Maybe count the seconds between each inhale and exhale. Maybe try adding a second to each inhale and exhale. Finding stillness. Letting any thoughts that are interrupting float away. They'll be there when you're done. No need to focus on them now. Making any movements here to awaken the body a little bit. Maybe rolling the ankles or the wrists. And when you're ready, rolling to one side, bending the knees in. Using your hands to help you sit back up to a comfortable seat. Inhale, bring the arms overhead. Exhale, hands at heart center. Sending gratitude to yourself for making time to move and breathe today. Sending gratitude to those who practiced with you. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.